Alright, how's it going, guys? Welcome back to The Rebellion. I'm your host, Jesse Morgan, and I got that punk update to do. So if you're here, you're obviously interested in seeing what new punk releases I got. Thanks for sticking with the channel, even with the kind of different content. I know a lot of my early subscribers kind of subbed for the slam stuff. I know a lot of the later subscribers came here for the black metal stuff. A lot of you are probably here coming from the Black Metal Werewolf channel because I did that one review, or not review, but kind of response, whatever, about the whole deathcore thing, and I was basically one of the only guys that mostly defended him. So thanks for sticking around for that, and for any of you guys that are into punk and stuff like that, thanks for watching these videos. I appreciate it very much. So anyways, without further ado, let's get on to the new punk stuff I've recently collected. Now, this is probably not a very well talked about Bad Religion album. This is Generator. This is the 6th one. I think this is probably one of the albums that don't really get that much play. It's kind of like they're in between the discography. I don't know how many of you people like punk in general, but if you're on this video, you probably do. But if you listen to Bad Religion, let me know where this album stands for you. It wasn't too bad, but it's nothing near Hell Could Be Worse, or Hell Could Hell Be Any Worse, the first album, the red one. It's nothing like the demos or EPs surrounding that album either. They have a couple other ones that are really decent, I think. The one with the corn on the front of the fucking album, the 4th or 5th one. But yeah, Suffer was amazing. This is nothing like Suffer or How Could Hell Be Any Worse, but it's still alright Bad Religion. I will probably eventually get all of the stuff that Bad Religion does, mostly lyrics in this booklet, by the way, besides a couple of pictures. If you're into Bad Religion at all, or kind of like more rock and roll-y type of punk, definitely check it out. It's not one of their best ones, though, and apparently this is remastered from the original recordings, so I don't know if that's good or bad. Maybe these are mixed worse, who knows. But all in all, it's not garbage. I like to listen to it and throw it in on the mix. Can't really see any songs that stick out in my mind here. Heaven is Falling, maybe? Yeah, nothing really that sticks out in my mind, but that's their 6th album by Bad Religion, called Generator. This is the 7th one. This one got a little bit more better reception, though. This is Recipe for Hate. Once again, nowhere near as good as Suffer or Hell Could Hell Be Any Worse, but this is pretty decent, considering it's like mid-discography for these guys. I used to have a really good mid-discography album by them, but I ended up selling it because I'm a fucking moron, and I wasn't into punk at the time, I guess, and I just didn't see me getting into it, and all of a sudden, boom, here we are. Don't need that. It's the picture that comes in here with some credits and all the lyrics in here that you're never going to be able to read on this phone, so. But yeah, this one's definitely better than Generator, but Generator's still okay for just kind of mid-discography Bad Religion stuff. Let me know what you think of Recipe for Hate, if you're into Bad Religion at all. It'd be cool to get you guys feedback on it. American Jesus is a great song. That's probably the best one on here, really. There's other good ones on here, but American Jesus is really the one that sticks out. So yeah, Bad Religion, Recipe for Hate. Now, the next album here is going to be something really cool that I got into. I love these guys. I'm going to, for sure, get every fucking album they've done when I get the money. Strangely enough, has dogs on the front cover of this, too. I don't know what punk bands and dogs and wolves and shit. But this is the Casualties 8th album with We Are All We Have. So good. There's so many good tracks on here. Carry On the Flag, We Are All We Have, Hearts Bleeds Black. In the Tombs is great. Looking Through Bloodshot Eyes is probably one of my favorite tracks on here. Life Clone is also really good. Yeah, basically 85% of this is really, really good, and the others are basically average tracks for them. Yeah. Probably the best album for their later work. Really enjoy it. Yeah, this is so weird. Look at this. They both have dogs on. I don't know what that's about, but I had to point that out. Anywho, if you have not checked out the Casualties and you're into punk, what are you doing? Even if you're into metal, check out the Casualties, because this is really, really good stuff. His vocals are just raspy and bitey and aggressive. The riffs are fast and in your face. This is probably the best punk can get, in my opinion. Besides like Black Flag and early Anti-Flag, like that's pretty high up there too. And then the Germs for like the hardcore punk side. But yeah, Casualties are amazing. So glad I got this shirt, by the way. I don't know if I've shown this off in a video or not, but yeah, Casualties Army, faux show. Alright, next thing. The store that replaced the HMV at our mall, which is called Now and Then. I've never heard of them before. Apparently they're a spin-off of Sam the Record Man, I think. Could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure that's what they are. They have this. A Social Distortion collection with their first 3 albums. Now, I don't know, they're good. It says formed in 1978, this hard-hitting LA punk band produced albums onwards from 1983. They went on to establish more of a punk/country/blues rockabilly blend across their later albums, and this set combines the 3 epic albums recorded between 1990 to 1996. So does that mean there's something before this shit? I don't know. But anyways, it's got Social Distortion, self-titled, Somewhere Between Heaven and Hell, White Light, White Heat, White Trash, which I'm pretty sure is the first 3 albums. I could be wrong. I didn't put too much research into this. And yeah, I know that makes me a poser faggot, or whatever you want to call me, in the comment section, but whatever. I enjoy the music. I'm pretty sure that's what matters the most. And if you enjoy the music, how does that make you a poser? Oops, I didn't do research. Fuck my life. But either way, regardless of what actual albums these are, number-wise, definitely check them out if you're into punk. Really good stuff. I wish they came in more than just like a little slip sleeve, and they all kind of come on that style of disc. But for the price, wasn't too bad. It was 15 bucks for the whole thing, so that's 5 bucks an album. Can't hate that. So there's that one. This one, once again, the disc looks exactly the same as the other one, just put that album title on it. And this one. Each of these albums has its own, unique charm, and basically fairly similar styles. I think the last one gets a little bit like heavier at some points, but honestly, if you haven't heard of Social Distortion, and once again you're into punk, what are you doing? This is the best kind of like punk rock, like rock and roll mixed with like punk rock that you can hear. It's kind of classic sounding, but it's also not too old sounding. Sick Boys is great. I love the cover MXPX does of it. Story of My Life is kind of probably one of their most well-known songs. It Could Have Been Me is a good song. She's a Knockout's a good song. Ring of Fire, I believe that's a cover of a Johnny Cash song, which is really good. King of Fools is a good song. 99 to Life, Bad Luck, Cold Feelings, Don't Drag Me Down, But yeah, really cool compilation that I got here. I believe is the first 3 albums. If there's anything before they're self-titled, let me know before I actually go and look this up. But yeah, Social Distortion is great. I recently picked up a Social Distortion shirt from the local shop here that I call the Punk Shop. It's called Fashion Rebel. They've apparently been here for almost 2 years. I didn't even fucking know. How do you not know shit like that? But yeah. If you're in Oshawa and you're watching this, some miracle, go check out Fashion Rebel on King and Simcoe. It's like a store or two past Savers Drug Mart. But anyways, next is a great band from Switzerland, I believe. I really hope that's the right place. I actually asked them to sign this thing too. This is their demo with Exploitation. This is the Diffused. Or just Diffused. I don't know if they actually include a the sometimes. Probably not. I love the stylized Old English D they have with the skull and the mohawk. I did a patch of this in green for my crust pants or travel pants because they're not like skinnies. So if they're not skinnies, they're not crust pants, and they're travel pants. I don't know. I'm still trying to get into this lingo when it comes to certain things. All I know is that I like the way they look and I like the way they feel, and yeah, really stoked to actually have this. I ordered it from their Bandcamp. Go check out Diffused, really good punk band. I think they only have a couple of these left, so if you want this, go check it out on YouTube. I might provide some links below if I remember to do so, where you can check it out. But yeah, it's just a 3-track demo. I'm eventually going to get the full length when I can, but yeah, awesome that they signed that. Really, really cool, and it got to me really fast too. Like, considering it's from, I believe, Switzerland, this got to me within like I think 2-3 weeks, maybe. Anyways, that's all. Hope you enjoyed what you saw. Hope you maybe saw something new. I know a lot of people might not know about Diffused. And if you haven't checked out the Casualties, fucking go do it. Whether you're into metal or punk, because great band. Anywho, for glory, for rebellion, Slammerella out.